So how could you ever forget 9/11? Well, it appears you can, and slowly but surely in America, it appears we are. Across America, there are now fewer memorials this year. In fact, it steadily has been the case every year since that fateful day. In schools, it's becoming just another calendar day. So why does my next guest say all of this is good? With us now, Dr. Deborah King. She is author of Truth Heals. Doctor, to a degree, I could see what you're talking about, but sometimes painful memories are wise to keep in our mind, are they not?
It's important to keep a part of the memory. The key thing to remember is it's just like when you have a wound on your hand. At first, the wound is very fresh and the pain of it is fresh, and then as time goes on, the memory of the wound disappears and the pain disappears, and it heals over. And our psyches and our bodies heal that same way, just like a wound on our arm. It's different for each person. It may take me years to recover from something that might only take you months. We might have experienced the same thing, though. And for someone else, it might take a lifetime to process a significant trauma from their energy.
But I think, Doctor, as a nation, we have, it's a good quality, but it can be sometimes a damaging one, where we kind of gloss over bad stuff because it's so unpleasant. Even to the point of news organizations, this one included, not wanting to show that much of the images of that day, not to hurt, not to make the bad guys feel that they could show their bad stuff again. I'm wondering if that isn't the opposite of what we should be doing, though, to be reminded that we can't get too blissful.
Well, Neil, there's some really important things for us to focus on with 9/11 and to remember. The disturbing images, though, really aren't among those memories that we want to keep inside our bodies and inside our psyches, because they can cause a lot of anxiety.
What I'm saying, Doctor, maybe anxiety is good. Maybe it's good to see people falling from those towers and planes ramming into those towers to show the real evil that hasn't gone away, and remind us that while it might be very discomforting, we should be discomforted. We should be reminded that the evil is still out there.
Oh, and I understand your point. The evil is out there, but the healing process, what really helps people and helps Americans, is to focus on the good things that we got from 9/11. And the main thing we got from it was that feeling of communion with all other Americans. It was astonishing. None of us had ever really experienced something like that.
I'm sorry, but we got that galvanized by the horror of those events. I'm not saying throw horror at people, throw horror at people. I am saying it wouldn't hurt us to be hurt.
No, it doesn't, but feeling anxious actually doesn't help us progress in any meaningful way. And 1 in every 8 Americans today is dealing with anxiety. A lot of it did come from 9/11, from violent movies, from there's so much violence in our society.
Well, this was real, though, Doctor. This was real. This wasn't a movie.
It was very, very real. But that isn't something that we necessarily want to keep inside our bodies. I would encourage people to let the images go and instead take the good and go out and forge new relationships with people.
Okay.
This is the day we want to remember our family and friends and all those in New York that meant so much to us.
All right, Doctor, thank you very much. Well, Hollywood, meanwhile, showing some violent acts by U.S.